What's going on, y'all? What's up? What's up? All right. Okay. Is it me or this picture look blurry? I'm not even sure. So, did you build your Sega shrine yet? No. I had a bunch of Sega stuff, but I had to get rid of it. Tough time stuff happened, so I had to do what I had to do. So how's the audio? How's everything? Everything's all right before I get started. Just want to talk about a couple things. Talk about the whole Sega thing. They came out with an announcement. They announced a major announcement for next week. So I just wanted to just talk about the what I think is going to be. Of course, talk about what I saw at the Sony State of Play yesterday, when they showcased the Last of Us 2. I believe they gave us like 20-something minutes of gameplay footage, and that's something that I do appreciate. I don't like talking, just looking at just little tidbits of this and that, and I'm not getting the full scope of what I'm getting myself into. I know there's been a whole bunch of controversy about The Last of Us 2. I'm going to talk about that as well, too. I'm not going to spoil nothing, but I'm going to give y'all my intake on how I feel about the 20-minute footage that they gave us yesterday. You said my audio is on point. All right, so make sure y'all make sure you share the video, get some more people here. My audio is all right. You said nice setup. Appreciate that. All right, so who we got? We got Amazu, we got J Dog in here. We got Guru the Legend, Nia, Howley's, I'm pronouncing that right. Tayshawn. I can't pronounce it. I'm just say Omega, Omega ZX. What's up, Biologic? What's up? Make sure y'all make sure you share this bad boy. Just give me like I said, I just want to give y'all my intake on how I feel about this. Just little things to talk about. Of course, a lot of y'all know, you guys know that I am a huge Sega fan, and this is the first time. I wouldn't even say first. I remember was it last year when Sega was basically hyping up something, an announcement, and a lot of people was going crazy, talking about, this might be the Dreamcast 2. This might be the Dreamcast Mini or the Sega Saturn Mini, something we've been asking for a very long time, and this and that. Maybe they might bring out Sonic Adventures 3 or whatever. They remastered Sonic Adventures 1 and 2. And all of a sudden, they gave us a what's the name of that game? 2 Point Hospital, some game that's a PC game. And a lot of people wasn't too much happy about that announcement, because the way Sega went at it with that announcement, like they was basically, reaching towards the hardcore Sega fan base that's been with them since the Master System, Game Gear, the Genesis, Saturn, Sega CD. I thought they was gonna make some type of announcement that will appeal to us, but no. They was really announcing something that basically appealed to the PC guys, and I was disappointed. A lot of people was pretty pissed off about that. I'm gonna give you my intake on how I feel about it. I'm gonna find this article right quick, and for some reason, they mentioned that this announcement that they're gonna give us next week is going to be on the same level as the PS5. So I don't know why would they say that this announcement is going to be on the same level as PS5 and it's going to shake the whole gaming industry. Like, when you say stuff like that, that means something is going to drastically change. Like, either Sega going to buy up some companies, or is somebody going to buy Sega, or is Sega is going to come back with another console, in which a lot of people have been asking. And if they do come back with a console, then how can they compete as far as power-wise against Microsoft and Sony? How can they compete as far as the gaming goes? What kind of games that can go toe-to-toe with Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo's IPs? Because they easily got games that can sell over 10 million. Even Microsoft, if they give us a good Halo game sells really good. Halo, Gears 4, they sell really good. You got Mario, you got the Legend of Zelda, Smash Bros., Mario Kart, they sell pretty good, 10 million a piece. God of War, you got You got Spider-Man, you got The Last of Us, Uncharted, you got those type of games on the PlayStation side that sells 10 million a piece. So how can Sega, I'm just saying, if they thinking about coming back in the console market, how can they get a bunch of gamers that can come and support the Sega console if they try, like I say, if they trying to get us older Sega guys back into the console, Sega console, they got to, of course, tap into their old school IPs and give us do some like nostalgic type of things that they've been allowing. I forgot the name of that company, but the one that's did the Streets of Rage games and the Monster Board games. I forgot the name of that company, and they did a hell of a job on those games, that Wonder Boy and the Streets of Rage. So if they can somehow, hypothetically, get back into the console market and get a bunch of those old school games back on Sega's consoles, but of course it's exclusive, but how can they get a big budget game, a big game that can sell millions, that can sell consoles, can sell a bunch of hardware? So that's a question that a lot of people is asking. But like I say, I don't even know what to say right now, because like I said, money wise, can they afford to come back with a console? We don't know. I don't know how much money Sega has. But according to their, I guess you could say, financial report, they did very well this last physical year, because of course, right now you got the whole pandemic thing going on right now, and a bunch of gaming companies came out and said that they did very well as far as especially the digital games go. In a time like this, the quarantine thing, the whole COVID-19, a lot of people ain't got much to do, and that's why a bunch of games is getting bought up, especially the physical copies. You can hardly find physical games anywhere because it's getting bought up. Especially to the people that's either unemployed, they don't have jobs, or just quarantined, they trapped in the house, they trapped wherever they at, and they need something to do. Can't even find controllers anywhere, so it doesn't surprise me that every single gaming company is doing very well. And like I say, can Sega, sustain good financial reports in order for them to stay in the console race? That's hypothetically. So, okay, I was supposed to be finding this article. So what do y'all guys think in the chat? What do y'all guys think while I'm looking for this article? Okay, so it's this article. Sega announcement teased that will rile up the video game industry. Okay, so it says Sega fans has been teased that a major announcement is happening next week that will rile up the video game industry. Sega are rumored to have a huge revolutionary announcement in the works that will drop next week. The major scoop is set to reveal that next issue of iconic Japanese video game magazine Famitsu, the Sega reveal will coincide with the company's 60th anniversary, and it said be an announcement on par with Sony, confirmed the first official details of PS5. Of course, they teased it was dropped by the Japanese technology journalist, I can't pronounce his name, who said the news will appear in the June 4th issue of Famitsu. And of course, he said, this announcement is going to rile up the gaming industry, exactly what I said. So, the journalist later reported confirmed that the incoming announcement was released to Sega. It was released to Sega, okay. According to the Post, blah, 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 this. So exactly, it's supposed to be sometime next week, so I'm not sure if they give us a date. Let me see. Okay, it said be in Famitsu next Thursday. Okay. So basically, according to this this article, we're going to get this mysterious announcement coming up this basically another week from now, basically what it is. So why would they say that this announcement is going to rile up the whole entire gaming industry? It's going to shake the gaming industry. So like I say, is Sega and are they good financially to take a chance on another console? Or are they trying to go the handheld route or the hybrid route like Nintendo is doing, and not trying to have like a powerhouse console like the Xbox One or the PS4 or PS5 and the Xbox Series X, or is Sony or Microsoft going to buy them out? I know there's been rumors of Microsoft buying them a few months ago. Now there's some rumors that Sony might buy them. So even though y'all know that I am an Xbox fan, will it be better if Microsoft go on the Sony's route, or go on the PS5, or go on the Xbox Series X? You know, if I were to, my opinion about this. So, okay, since Sega is a Japanese company and they do have a bunch of Japanese games that cater to the Japanese audience, you know, if this is true, by me being an Xbox guy, I'm saying that it'll probably be better if it goes on the PS5, because the PS5 is a Japanese gaming machine that appeals to more of a Japanese audience. So it's just a hypothetical. We don't know. As far as the console goes, if they're trying to come back into the console market, how can they make game-breaking, big-budget games that can hang with God of War, that can hang with The Legend of Zelda, you know, that can hang with Uncharted, can hang with Halo or Gears? Like, those are really big games that Sega gonna have to compete with, you know. So it's just a hypothetical question. I'm still trying to understand exactly what Sega is, what they're doing. Like, you don't say something like this, and I doubt it's a Sega, a Sonic game. You don't say something like this, talking about a big announcement that will shake up the whole gaming industry, and it's a new Sonic game that's announced. Like, I don't think at this point, a Sonic game is groundbreaking at this point. I know Sega came out the other day and they basically said that they will spend more time sharpening up the quality of Sonic games and not trying to, have a yearly release of these Sonic games, because at one point they was making Sonic games every year, and it's like each year it gets worse, the quality gets worse. It's like they just trying to just hurry up and get these Sonic games out. So, I believe the last Sonic game we had was the Sonic Forces. I think it came out either 2017 or 2018, if I'm not mistaken. It might be 2017. So it's already been 2 to 3 years since a Sonic game came out. And of course, this is the 60th anniversary. So since they got a really big announcement that they're supposed to give us next week, the only things I could think about, and falls in line of what they're saying, either Microsoft or Sony is buying Sega, or Sega is coming back in the console market. I don't see nothing else that lines up with the announcement that Sega is talking about. Because if they talking about something else that has nothing to do with another gaming company buying them out, or them coming back into the console market, then they're basically putting their foot in their mouth and they basically overhyping something again. But I'm just looking at the words that they say. You don't say it's going to shake the whole gaming industry and it's going to basically be, on the same stage as a PS5 as far as the announcement goes. So this is why I just don't understand. So what the guys, what y'all think in the chat? What do y'all think what Sega is talking about? Make sure you hit that like button. Hit the like button, please. Get some more people here. You said Sonic Heroes 2, 2021. Let me see. Also, should bring out the Dreamcast Mini. Yeah, I would love for them to bring out a Dreamcast Mini. It's been well overdue for a very long time, and I'm gonna stick with what I said. I really believe that the Dreamcast is the most underrated console of all time, because not only they've been out only for 2 to 2.5 years, they got so many games, so many gems that came out in that short amount of time that's well praised right now. Well praised, and a lot of those games are still stuck on the Dreamcast. So I think a Dreamcast Mini makes sense, and I would love for them to give us a Dreamcast Mini, because there's games on there I would love to play, and some of those games is kind of expensive to buy right now. Because I had some of those games and I no longer have them, because I basically sold my gaming collection. All those games I used to have a long time ago, if y'all remember. So, like I say, what do y'all guys think? What's y'all thoughts in the chat? What do y'all think? Do y'all think it's a new console or somebody's buying them? Because I don't see anything else that falls in line. I don't even think a Dreamcast Mini lines up with what they're talking about it's going to rile up the gaming industry. I don't think a mini console could generate that much hype and that much exposure. I don't think so. So Sega might buy Mario off of Nintendo, might be the big announcement. Whoa. If that's true, I doubt it, but if that's true, man, there's gonna be a bunch of trolling going on. Let me see. Well, like I say, if it's true, it is what it is. Like I say, it has to be an announcement of that magnitude in order for this announcement to rattle up the gaming industry. So you kind of right on that. You know, we don't know what it is, but somebody have to buy Sega off, or Sega coming back with some type of console. It's either or. Or they might buy off Halo. What? What are you talking about buy off Halo? Let me see. Said June will be that month, my boys. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of announcements this coming up June. And of course, since we ain't got the yearly E3, it sucks that there is no E3 this year. But I'm pretty sure we are gonna get a lot more gaming announcements coming up this month. Especially with the PS5 and the Xbox Series X that's coming out this holiday. Matter of fact, there's rumors that Microsoft might bring out the Xbox Series X maybe a little earlier. There's rumors, rumors on top of rumors. But yeah, I do believe that we are going to get a bunch of gaming announcements. Oh yeah, don't forget Microsoft got their event this coming up June, and they're supposed to be focusing solely on the Microsoft exclusives, the Xbox Series X exclusives, or I wouldn't say Xbox exclusive because basically all the games going on PC. I'm gonna just say Microsoft exclusive. So that's basically what the show is gonna be about in June. So we're gonna get more details about that, and hopefully we get more gaming announcements, more new games for this coming up console. I just want to, with the whole Microsoft, the Xbox situation this generation, I feel that Phil Spencer owes us big time. He owed us a really great console with really great games. And, Phil Spencer, he did a better job these past couple of years trying to get more Japanese companies on board. And if you got Game Pass, you see exactly what he's done. He's basically trying to get the Xbox to appeal to more people that actually likes Japanese games. I do like Japanese games, and of course I buy PlayStation, I buy Nintendo to play a lot of Japanese games. And since y'all know that Xbox is my primary console, I would love to play Japanese games on my Xbox. That's just how it is. So having Xbox Game Pass, Yakuza Kiwami and Yakuza Zero's on there. Phantasy Star Online 2 is on there. It's enhanced in 4K. That's pretty freaking awesome. So yeah, he is getting a lot more Japanese games. Oh, Jump Force is on there. So there is a lot of Japanese game on the Xbox console, and I believe that Microsoft, they need to be more serious when it comes to Japanese games. And I hate to see that a game like Blue Dragon and Lost Odyssey be stuck on the 360, and I feel that it can do a lot better if they re-release it and just enhance it in 4K, 60 frames, whatever, or it don't gotta be 4K, just 1080 60. Just re-release it. If you're trying to get more Japanese companies on board, if you're trying to get more Japanese games on the Xbox, then bring those really good Japanese games that was on the 360. That way you might get some Japanese people on board, especially in Japan, to get an Xbox because Xboxes don't appeal to Japanese gamers because they don't have the type of games that appeal to them. So okay, he said Sega is about to go hard on the fullest. I hope so, man. They need to do something. Sega, the only games that sells really good for them is Yakuza and Persona 5. At Persona 5, it's so good, but it's not like groundbreaking sales. I know Persona 5 sold a little bit over 2 million, and that's really good because a game like that is what you call a niche game, but it sold a lot of copies because of the not only had a great story and the game was great, a lot of people was talking about it, and of course, it generated a lot of sales, so it made them to bring out was it Persona 5 Royal Edition or something like that, and actually the game scored a higher Metacritic score than the original game because they add a lot more content to the game. I hadn't bought the game yet. I'm going to get the game eventually. I got a lot more games I'm trying to get rid of, my backlog. You know, I just started Divisible, great little 2D RPG, great game. I just started on Phantasy Star Online 2. What else I'm playing? I'm playing the Switch a little bit. I've been playing some SNK games on the Switch. I haven't been playing as much as I want, but as far as as Sega goes with this, let's go back to Sega. As far as Sega goes, I don't know what would it take for Sega to have a groundbreaking game that can also sell a lot of copies. The last groundbreaking game that they had that shook the whole entire gaming industry was damn, what's the name of that? Not Sonic. Damn, how the hell I forget that damn game? The other Japanese game. Man, I just my mind went blank. What's the name of that game? What's the name of that game? They just it's off the tip of my tongue. It was on the Dreamcast. It's a Japanese game, an RPG. They released the game, both of them. Boy, I must be tired. I cannot believe I forgot the name of that game. No, not Streets of Rage, Offering. It's kind of like Yakuza, that beat 'em up game. No, not Power Stone. It's like Yakuza, but it was on the Dreamcast. Man, I must be getting old. How the hell did I forget that damn name? The name of that game. Yeah, Sonic Adventure was a great game on the Dreamcast. Very great game. Power Stone was an awesome game. I hate that it was stuck on the Dreamcast. Shenmue, thank you. How the hell did I forget the name of that goddamn game? Shenmue, yes, thank you. So basically, Shenmue was basically the last graphically demanding game that shook the whole entire gaming industry. I believe at that time, Sega said they invested over, I think it was between $15 and $20 million to make the game. I think they sold like a couple of million copies of Shenmue, and they still lost money because they basically spent more money making a game, but they didn't get their return. Of course, the Dreamcast sales wasn't that well. A lot of people was pirating games, and that's when Sega was at its last leg in the console market, basically. So, like I said, they're gonna have like another Shenmue type of game, a groundbreaking game that will cause people to want to go and buy a Sega console. That's basically what I'm saying. They got to get a groundbreaking game that can basically compete with Zelda, compete with Uncharted, The Last of Us. Have that one graphically demanding game with a great story. They need to have that. Even Yakuza, that can be a great game. No, it is a great game, but it's still considered niche. They might sell 1 million here and 1 million there, but it's not that type of franchise that will sell 5 million plus. They need a series besides Sonic that can sell 5 million plus. I don't even know when the last time Sonic the Hedgehog sold 5 million plus. Let's be real. So, in order for them to get back in the console market, they have to take that very seriously. So, what do y'all? Let me read through chat. Let me see what y'all got. What y'all? Space Channel 5. Oh, that's a good one. Bad news for Sega. The Persona 5 Royal is amazing. I still need to buy that bad boy. Okay, let's talk about The Last of Us. I'm gonna get to that, Omega 5. I'm gonna get to that. You said, real, I'm going to need you to stop hitting that Forrest Gump laps on me when I ask you to fight me in fighting games. Oh, you said I'm ducking you? That bloody Royal Team Alice. Let me see. I know you love fighting games, Jay. I used to love fighting games. I mean, like, honest, that's one of the main reasons why I love the Dreamcast so much, man. Because even though, it wasn't here that long, but when I was a kid, they had so many great fighting games on there, like the Power Stone series. You know, you got the Plasma Sword. That was an awesome game. You got Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2, and you got the Street Fighter 3 was it a Strike, Third Strike. And of course, you got Street Fighter 3. What's the other one? Double Impact, whatever. But it was really the Third Strike that I played. Was it? Man, what else? There's a bunch of fighting games on there, man. Of course, there was a Mortal Kombat Gold game on there. JoJo's Bizarre. Man, Capcom had a bunch of fighting games on the Dreamcast, and at that time I love fighting games. I don't play as many fighting games as I used to, but when I was a teenager, I was playing fighting games all the time. And the Dreamcast was an awesome console to play it on. You said, am I getting that Paper Mario origami? I might get it. It looks pretty interesting. I want to see more video, more gameplay footage before I, get it. You know, of course, I'm thinking about getting Xenoblade because I never beat Xenoblade. And I don't know, man. I've been hearing some things about it, and it's a hit or miss with me if I do decide to get Xenoblade. But you know, I probably will get Paper Mario origami because I need to play my Switch again. I need some new games. Yeah, NFL 2K, that was a groundbreaking series as well too. That was a hell of a series. The 2K series, the NFL, the NBA. Matter of fact, I'm not sure did they have Major League Baseball 2K on there. I don't remember. Yeah, they did. They had World Series 2K. They did. Let me see. There's some duck emojis. I guess I'm ducking somebody. That real put a mohawk on that head, bro. Nah, man, I don't do mohawks, man. Say I like Soul Calibur, Virtual Fighter, Tekken. I like Dead or Alive 5. I really like most fighting games too. Jay Dollars, he loves fighting games. I probably should link up. He plays fighting games all the time. Actually, I just started back playing some fighting games. I went ahead and downloaded the Mortal Kombat X XL. It's on Game Pass. The game is awesome. It's a good game. I cannot believe it took me this long to play Mortal Kombat. I used to love Mortal Kombat. I mean, back in the day, in the arcade, I used to beat dudes all the time in Mortal Kombat. It was so awesome. I think it was an Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. That was like one of the best fighting games I ever played, especially the Ultimate. I remember getting Mortal Kombat 3 for my birthday. I'm kind of shocked that my mom allowed my auntie to buy me Mortal Kombat 3 when I was a kid. Because I wasn't even a teenager at that time. I think I was like, I was probably maybe 10 or 11. I'm not even sure. But yeah, I remember playing Mortal Kombat, 3 at the house. Then when we go to the arcades, I used to play the Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. And it was so awesome, man. Graphically, the game looked a lot better and ran smoother. It had more characters. It was awesome, man. And especially playing fighting games at the arcades. I used to play a bunch of Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate. I used to play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 a lot at the arcades. Of course, I used to play Street Fighter 2 at the arcades. Oh yeah, this one behind me, Marvel Superheroes. I used to play that as well at the arcades. I played a little Tekken. I really have been much into Tekken, but the last time I actually played a Tekken game was at the arcades. Let me see. He said you've been playing that Gauntlet Dark Legacy on the PS2 again. I really never been into the Gauntlet games. Of course, I played it at the arcades, but I really hadn't. I know I bought the Dreamcast version and the PS2. I just hadn't played it that much. Said Dreamcast is my favorite console of all time. Crazy Taxi, Jet Set Radio, Shadow Man, Resident Evil Code Veronica, House of the Dead, NBA Showtime. Yeah, I had all those games as well too, man. I was Dwayne. Am I saying that right? Dwayne 2009. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Dwayne. But yeah, I'm not sure. Is this your first time here? If it is, hit that like button, subscribe, man. And also, Major League The Show 2020. I think that's the first time I see you here as well too. So if you are new, please hit that subscribe button, man. I've been away for a while, and I just started back doing more videos. Doing my weekly podcast. I think tomorrow it's either gonna be the 4th week or the 5th week straight that we did a podcast. So I'm trying not to, do a podcast here, and I'm basically on a hiatus for 4 or 5 months. But yeah, y'all see my new setup, so I don't really need to move things around no more. So I could just, whenever I feel like doing some videos, streaming something, I could just come in my garage and just sit down and just do a video. So that's why I say I'm gonna do a lot more content for y'all guys. So make sure y'all subscribe. Matter of fact, before I get to the Last of Us 2 discussion, if you're not following me on my Discord, I'm going to put it in the chat right now. Let me see. Give me a second, guys. So I'm inviting y'all guys to come to my Discord. And give me a second. I'm putting in the chat right now. So if you do have a Discord, please click that link right there, and they will take you directly to my Discord. So I really would love to use that as a notification tool, because relying on YouTube to notify your subscribers is kind of like relying on, I don't want to say that. Do I want to say that? It's kind of like relying on police officers to stop killing black folks. Okay, I don't want to get to that. I don't want to talk about that. So that's basically what I'm saying. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all come to my Discord. Let me know when you get there. So okay, let's talk about before I talk about The Last of Us 2. So what do y'all guys think what this announcement of Sega is going to be? Y'all just put in the chat. Just give me your answer so I can see exactly what y'all think. He said, "LOL facts." I love NBA Jam. I used to play it at the arcades all the time. I'm thinking about getting the arcade 1-up version. I heard a lot of good things about it. It's supposed to have online functionality, so you get to play other people that actually have the arcade cabinets, in which I think that's an awesome idea. If they implement the online functionality with NBA Jam, I kind of wish they just did the same thing with Marvel superheroes. Did the same thing, especially these fighting games, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. I would love to play people online, especially on the arcades. You said Sega buying Nintendo. You said Sega buying Nintendo. Oh boy, that's a dream come true with these Sega fanboys. That will never happen. That will never happen. Sega buying. Okay, y'all be for real, man. Be for real. Be for real. Sega bomb Mario. That's a boy. Y'all tripping. You said you're going to play Horizon Zero Dawn DLC soon. That's like saying Sony would buy Steam. Oh boy. 2 Point Hospital. No, man, I don't even want to talk about that game no more. Okay, that announcement still pissed me off. How dare Sega hyping up a game, making it seem that they about to give us a really big announcement, but they talking about a simulation game, a life simulator, whatever that thing is. Boy, if they come with some 2 Point Hospital 3 next week, boy, oh boy, I'm gonna let Sega have it. I'm gonna let them have it. Okay, all right. So, okay, I saw the Sony State of Play, The Last of Us 2 yesterday, and I saw 22, 23 minutes of it. The game looks awesome, man. Like, if you just, I just hate the fact what they did to, like I said, I'm not trying to spoil anything. It's just the spoilers. It sucks, man. It sucks because I know exactly what happened. I didn't see all the spoilers, but the main spoilers that kind of killed a lot of people's interest in buying the game. It killed my interest for a second, and I was like, you know what? I still want to play for myself. But the 20 minutes that I saw, the footage they gave the game looks downright awesome, man. Like graphically, it's all I can do is give Naughty Dog some. Give them a hand. Give them a hand for that. They make awesome looking games, from the Uncharted series, to The Last of Us, and their games look, damn near photorealistic. not only their games look photorealistic, the gameplay is smooth like butter. It looks awesome. The stories are great. But it's really about this story of The Last of Us 2 that's basically, pissing a lot of people off, and a lot of their interest of this game has declined. And of course, every time that Naughty Dog posts them on Twitter, or they post them on YouTube, or they, post anything about The Last of Us, they disable the comment section. They disable the like bar. They disable the comment section on Twitter. It's been that bad. It was so wild. They can't run from trolls. They can't. Like they. Well, I guess one thing about these Last of Us 2 fans. One thing I need to say this. I can understand the frustration that they have with what they heard about the game, the spoilers. But it is not that serious, guys. Look, I'm a little upset about what I heard. I'm upset what they did. But at the end of the day, I still would like to play a game like this, because not only they worked hard on this game for 5 years. I've been excited about this game for so long. I'm not gonna let this little spoiler, keep me from, enjoying this game, in which I've been waiting on since 2015. That's 5 years. Like, if you want to, boycott the game, do it. That's you. If save your money. If you want to wait until the game go into a bargain bin, go ahead. But I still would like to play this for myself, because I'm a huge Naughty Dog fan. They make really good games. But as far as Naughty Dog, the company themselves, I guess I'm not a fan of what they've been doing. I'm not a fan of how they treat their employees. I'm not a fan of how they basically, I guess you could say, transition the game protagonists. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just a lot of people. I guess you could say they so emotionally attached to certain people, they don't want them to go away or anything to happen to them. And with the leaks and all that, a lot of people is pissed because what happened to the protagonist. I'm not gonna say what happened. Something happened, and it drastically changed the game. But like I said, I'm still excited for it. The animations of this game is flawless. When Ellie was in that little creek swimming, it looks so awesome. I love the stealth part of the game. I love the fact that the AI is not as dumb as it was of the previous Last of Us game. I love that Last of Us, but the main thing that I hated about that game is the AIs was so damn dumb. And now they got dogs can sniff you out. You can hide, but they can sniff you out, and I like that. And also, if you in the grass, you know how some of these games that, okay, you in tall grass, but you got somebody, enemy, like 2 feet away from you, walking past you, you ducking in the grass, but they can still see you, but according to the game, the AI, they still dumb, they still can't see you. They even said that even though you duck in the grass, they can still see you, even from a far distance. I'm like, okay, good. So they not making these AIs as dumb as they usually do in these games. Like, yeah, it's cool that you can hide in the grass, but let's be real. Can you do that mess in real life? Can you hide in grass in real life, people? I'm asking y'all. Be like, hey, man, I see you over there. I see you. You can't hide from me. I see you. The grass is green. You got an orange shirt on. You got a blue shirt on, dummy. I see you. I'm just saying. Like, that's, they gotta make these AIs a lot smarter in these games, and that's another thing I do appreciate about this game. They are making the AIs a lot smarter. They're making the game a little bit more challenging. I like a challenge, just not a Sekiro type of challenge. I ain't gonna never stop talking about Sekiro. I'm proud that I beat that game, but god dang, that game was so freaking hard. But yeah, I like a little challenge, man. Just don't make them so dumb. Just don't make them dumb. Okay. So the guys that's in the chat. So what do y'all guys think? Are y'all still gonna buy, or the leaks is going to stop y'all from buying the game? Are y'all gonna still buy it, still play it, or you're gonna wait till going to the bargain bin? What do y'all guys think? He said, you can if you have camouflage. The damn you can't hide from the grass. Let me see. What's up, Scott? You doing all right today, buddy? That San Diego Studios is the second best game company next to Naughty Dog. San Diego. Are you talking about Santa Monica? Are you talking about them? Last of Us 2, Game of the Year. You can swing on the vines and has dodge mechanics. Revolutionary. Oh boy, that's funny. Revolutionary. Okay. What's up, Golden Edge? She said, what's up, real? New console would be what Sega needs as a point of productivity, creativity, and focus for the company. Revenue for Sonic film hopefully went to new proprietary hardware. Well, there was an article that, that new Sonic film in which grossed over $300 million in the box office, in which that's awesome. $300 million for a video game movie? That is so freaking awesome. And if it wasn't for this pandemic, they would have got a lot more money because, when, I believe when it hit over 290 something million in the box office, that's when they started shutting down the theaters because of the whole COVID-19. If they never did shut down the theaters, the box office, they could have made maybe $500,000. That's how popular that Sonic movie was. And we know when it comes to video game movies, they don't get reviewed well, it don't sell well. But I guess Sonic is a popular character, and of course you got people in their 30s that grew up with the Sonic franchise. And of course, my very first video game ever was Sonic the Hedgehog for the Sega Genesis. Let me see, was it 1991? Yeah, 1991 was the very first game I played, and that's exactly when Sonic the Hedgehog came out. So yes, if you in the late 20s, early mid 30s, you're a Sega fan, you ain't got to be a Sega fan. You know exactly who Sonic is because there was a huge rivalry going on between Sonic and Mario back in the 90s. So yes, that really helped them as well to get more shine as far as the movie goes. It was the character was popular. The movie actually reviewed a lot better than I thought. Of course, a lot of fans was happy that, who was it? Was it 21st Century Fox or who was it? Hey, who was that? I forgot. But anyway, yeah, I guess a lot of fans was happy that they changed the appearance of Sonic because their first appearance was awful. It was so bad. It was hideous. So that when they gave us that first trailer, Paramount. Okay, thank you. When they gave us that first trailer, Sonic looked like a crackhead, man. Sonic already had a bunch of memes before the movie, but Jesus Christ, man. That took the cake right there. Poor Sonic, man. Poor Sonic. But yeah, man, I actually did enjoy the movie. Sonic, yeah, Sonic. Hey, they even made fun of that in the movie. So they call him Sonic. Oh, but I did enjoy the movie. My kids enjoyed the movie, and it was well deserved. As far as the review, the box office, it could have made more money if it wasn't for this pandemic. And of course, the sequel has been confirmed, and I think The Rock might be on there. I think he is confirmed. The Rock's going to be on the sequel. But yeah, with the success of the Sonic movie, yeah, it's going to bring in more revenue for Sega. It's going to bring in more interest for Sega. So maybe with all the hype that's going on with the Sega, with the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, of course, I think it's on DVD right now. So it's still a lot of hype behind that. So that's probably why Sega is trying to use this time to go ahead and announce whatever this big announcement that they talking about. So, it could keep people, keep them more intact and more interest in the Sega brand. So it could, like I say, it could be a console. I don't know. So what y'all guys think about the whole Last of Us 2 discussion we was talking about? So what do y'all guys think about the Last of Us 2 if you saw that video yesterday? Oh, okay. You talking about this San Diego? Okay, the one that makes the Major League the show. Oh, you know what? I guess the reason why I didn't know because I don't play the Major League the Show. You know what? I did. The last time I did play it, I had a Vita. Yeah, that was the last time I played it. Matter of fact, I heard the Major League the Show is going to be it's going multiplayer. That's what I'm hearing. I'm not sure if that's true, but it's what I'm hearing. He said, "Why do women look like men?" In the that's a touchy subject right there, man. Like, yeah, that's like I said, that's one of the reasons why a lot of people is don't want to play The Last of Us 2 because if you just look at the politics that's surrounding the game, it's a lot of people. It's just not. They're just not interested, man. They pretty pissed off. There's a bunch of SJW stuff in this game, and that's what's drawing a lot of people away from the game. I don't like SJWs neither because I feel that SJWs, they ruin everything. I just hate that they force implementing a lot of SJW practices on stuff that don't even need. That's I don't know, man. I don't want to get too deep into that political talk, man. But all I gotta say is, I'm just not a fan of SJWs. Said the game looks well made and it will get all the fans from the first game and the newcomers from PlayStation 4 Remaster. I think it's going to do well regardless of the leak. It's still going to do well. Let's just be real, man. Like, most casual gamers don't even pay attention to YouTube. Let's be real. The hardcore gamers are the only ones that's, looking for links, just the articles just to get some gaming news. We're the main ones that's on YouTube waiting on our favorite YouTubers to make videos so we can get some gaming news. Y'all gotta remember, we are the minorities when it comes to that. The majority of your consumers, they don't look at this type of stuff. They don't pay attention to these articles. They don't pay attention to YouTube like we do. So they're going to be the majority of the customers that's going to buy these games. So even though there are a lot of people is very disappointed and they're not going to buy The Last of Us 2, it doesn't mean that it's going to do bad. I still think it's going to sell over 10 million. I believe the first one, included the PS3 version and the PS4 remastered version. I believe it sold over 20 million copies overall, in which that is excellent. Will it sell another 20 plus million? I don't know. My prediction, I still think it's going to sell in the 10 millions. It's going to sell at least 10 million. That's my opinion. That's still good. But will it be over 20 million? We don't know. Like I said, we are just the minorities when it comes to the gaming news and the articles, all the gaming hardcore stuff. We just the minorities in this. I still think the game going to do very well. You said a disappointing game. So I love Sonic on the Genesis. I own a mega collection of PS2, Riders and Heroes, Sonic Mini on Steam, PC, and Switch. I got Sonic Mini on Switch and my PS4. Let me see. Sonic was fire. I love the casino. Oh yeah, you're right. Gerudo Legends. I love that stage. The music was so catchy on that stage. I loved it. Sonic in the 90s was awesome, man. Like, ever since Sonic went 3D, I just hadn't been a big fan of it. Sonic Adventures was cool. I liked it. But how can Sonic transition from 2D to 3D and still and still be a really good game? Like, how can it work? Especially a character like that's going super fast. There's gonna be a lot of glitches. There's gonna be issues going on. Like, how can they translate 2D from 3D? Some games are better off 2D. Some games are better off 3D. The reason why Mario is great where it is now because Mario don't go fast like Sonic. So how can Sega make a really great Sonic 3D game? Matter of fact, they did say they're going to continuously and do the 2D and 3D Sonic games. Especially with the success of the Sonic Mania, they still going to do more 2D games. I'm really thankful for that. So how they going to make a good quality 3D game? That's something we need to know. Of course, they're working on one right now. You say you like Sonic Unleashed. Some people like it, some people don't. But I'm talking about like 3D Sonic games that's not mediocre. Something like a game that can at least get a 80 something Metacritic. Like something like they need to they Sega is in dire need of a really great Sonic game because Sonic is still their mascot. It's still a mascot. So they have to take the Sonic franchise more seriously than they did. Of course, they just did a big budget movie of this Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Had a lot of success. So how can they transition that success into a great quality Sonic 3D game? You said give it to a better developer than Sega. Damn, the Sega shade is real up in this chat. So, do you remember Toei Commander on the Dreamcast? Yeah, I do. I hadn't played that, but I know what you're talking about. Said Sonic Adventure was badass. Yeah, I did enjoy it, especially the second one. You said I'm already subbed to you. Oh, okay, cool. Samus is sexy ass bounty hunter. I'll definitely. Whoa! Okay, what am I reading, Jalen? Whoa! Let me stop. Okay, let me go to another one. He said women in The Last of Us bigger than real. Now I don't know if they weigh 300 pounds, man. Say, bro, I mean, Anna Sarkeesian had more of a role shaping this game than the first Last of Us game. Boy, y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. He said he looked like a blue raccoon. Yeah, you're right. That first before they fixed his face, he did like a blue raccoon. I was like, what the hell was that crap, man? They done lost their damn mind. Man. Let me see. He said when talking about Sega, these conversations belong in the shade room. Damn. So much Sega hate going on, man. So my brother and I grew up on gaming. We had played on all platforms. And my brother got me into Toy Commander big time on the Dreamcast. I love Toy Commander. It was hard but fun. What 2D hand-drawn Sonic game with Unreal Engine 4 or 5 in 3D graphics? What 2D hand-drawn Sonic game? I don't know. That's a good one. I do my own YouTube gaming channel too. Oh, you do? Well, okay, that's what's up. And you say you stream as well too. I used to stream. It's been a while since I streamed. I just hadn't had time. But I might stream that Last of Us 2 whenever it comes out. I might just stream it. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. Okay. So anybody got any questions? Any questions before I close out? Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button. If you hadn't liked the video, please do so. It says Saudi Arabia banned The Last of Us because of the Anita woman. When it comes to Saudi Arabia, they still strict on the alphabet community. They still strict on that because I guess it's part of their religion. They don't accept that lifestyle over there. They don't. So that's why. I got my own opinions about that. I just try. Let me try to stay out of that. I'm gonna try to stay out of that. Yeah, Crazy Taxi is it's a fun game. One thing about Sega, they made really good, awesome arcade games, and that's another thing that I guess you could say um, how can I say it? Okay, when it comes to Sega, they do more arcade games, and arcade games, it takes like basically for the price that they give us. If you want to buy, let's say, the House of the Dead, a game, I think full price games just cost like $50 back in the late '90s, something like that, $50. So if you compare a game like House of the Dead that you could beat in 30 minutes to, let's say, a Final Fantasy VII, like let's just be real, which game has a lot more content? So, you know, if Sega decide to basically come out with a console and they still would love to put their arcades on, arcade games on, just don't charge a full price. Don't charge $60 for a game you could beat in 20, 30 minutes. You're going to have to, yeah. Let's be real. Let's be real. There is a lot of Sega IPs that needs to come back. If the whole console thing is still, if it is true, then Sega actually do have a lot of games that they could put on that console. Lots of games, lots of IPs. We still forgetting about the Skies of Arcadia. We still forgot about that. We still forgot about the Evolution. Remember Evolution 1 and 2 on the Dreamcast? They can always bring those back. The Dreamcast has some RPGs on there as well. They got some RPGs, some good RPGs. And Skies of Arcadia is arguably the best RPG ever, and it just didn't get much love, as far as the sales goes, because around that time, I guess you could say like JRPG games wasn't really that popular out here in the West, but with JRPGs out here now, it's very popular. A lot of people love playing Dragon Quest. They love playing Persona 5. These games are actually selling well. Of course, Final Fantasy always been popular out here. Final Fantasy 7 did well out here. Lots of JRPGs games is doing well. It's selling a lot better because the interest of Japanese games has went up these past 15, 20 years. So a lot of Japanese games that Sega owns, they can actually use that to their advantage to have exclusively on their console. What else we got? It says Sega announcement of a new smartphone game. Oh boy. I own all three platforms: PS4, PC, Switch, PS3, PS2, Game Boy Advance, SP. Had a PSP, broke it, have a whole game collection of PS2, PS3, PS4 games, and some Switch games. Yeah, so you got your little collection going on. The Golden Edge says Sega can still make an impact in the industry with a modern reimagining of their first-party franchises. A new console for Sega is a very good move. Oh, you think... they're like, I don't know the pockets of Sega. I don't know how deep their pockets is. If they got deep pockets, then I would say go for it. Like I said, back in the late '90s, they wasn't doing so well, so that's why they had to get out the console market and focus on third-party games. But like I said, these past couple of years, their financial reports has done wonders. It's been doing a lot better. But can they afford another failure of a console? Their only successful console they had was the Genesis. That was the only successful console. Even though we can always be a big fan of the Sega Saturn, we can always be a big fan of the Dreamcast, but commercially, they failed. It would be outrageous. It would not be smart to come out with another failed console without having all your eggs in this basket. You're having all your eggs in the basket, but you ain't got no backup plan. They need a backup plan, and hopefully they do have a backup plan just in case if this fails. Hypothetically, we still don't know if it is a console, or we still don't know, or if they are getting bought by somebody. But like I say, it's either or. You can't say a big giant announcement that's going to shake up the gaming industry without A, somebody's buying them out, or B, new console. It's either or. It's either or. Or if it's not either or, then it's a troll move. You don't say something that stupid to hype up the whole entire gaming industry, in the gaming community, and say, hey man, we got a 2-point what's the name of that game, 2-point hospital, whatever. You say you miss Sega Rally? Yeah, they got some good games. Sega Rally. What was that other Sega? What's the other Sega racing game? How the hell I forget the name of that game? They do make some really good racing games as well, arcade racing games. Dynamite Heady, that was a good one. Dreamcast, one of my favorite systems. Honestly, Dreamcast is my favorite Sega console. The Genesis is right behind them. Then Saturn. Sonic Adventure 2 on mobile. What's up with y'all these mobile games, man? That cannot be the big announcement. If that is the big announcement, well, I'm gonna be pissed. It was ironically having too many hardware systems in the market at once that caused Sega to, I can't pronounce that. I guess in other words, spit out bleed money, and the Dreamcast take a hard loss for the company. So you love Hydro Thunder? Super Hang. I didn't play Super Hang, but I know you're talking about. I didn't play that one. HD Metroid Prime. Of course, there is a rumor about. How long has the Metroid Prime trilogy been a rumor? I don't know. I don't know what Nintendo is doing, man. They just need to go ahead and just release the damn game. This year has been very slow. We are almost the midpoint of this year. June would make 6 months, a half of year, and the Switch still did not get a brand new exclusive. I'm not even going to consider Xenoblade Chronicles a brand new exclusive. That's an older game, very old game. So they might as well, if they don't have much to show. But of course, we got that new Paper Mario games coming out. It's a new game. But I guess we're gonna have one new Nintendo exclusive in the first 6 months of this year. It's crazy that they're slow on games, on exclusives, but the Switch is still selling like crazy. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's not that many questions out here, so I'm gonna go. It's been about an hour since I did this. It's been an hour and 8 minutes, something like this. Oh, well over an hour. Okay. I wasn't planning on doing it that long. I guess I just got to just talking so much. But yeah, y'all just make sure y'all come tomorrow and support the Real Talk crew. We got a lot of things to discuss. And of course, we're going to talk about the whole Sega thing and the Last of Us thing. There is more stuff to talk about. So the only thing we're going to just talk about, the same thing and not me talking about other stuff. That's a lot. There's been a bunch of gaming news this week. So, it's not going to be as short as it was last week. I don't even think we even reached 2 hours last week. That's basically our average mark when we do a podcast, and we was well under 2 hours last week. So if you didn't watch my last week's Real Talk podcast, please do so. We had fun. It was an awesome show. Which I got some more. Let me see. Should Sega do a 3D Sonic game and anime graphics? I don't know if they. I'm not sure. Like I say, I don't have a problem of the 3D Sonic games. They just need to make it better. It just need to be better. Don't be sorry. Be better. That's basically what they need to do. So So Vector Man, Postman, Ranger X, Eternal Champions, Thunder Force, Shinobi. I love Shinobi. That Shinobi needs to come back. Could all come back with modern graphics. Yeah, you're right. Shinobi can be like a competitor to Ninja Gaiden. Gaiden, how you gonna pronounce it? They have the IPs. They just need to modernize the graphics. So what Sega franchise would I like to see come back? Well, Streets of Rage came back. I was very happy about that. Very happy. Streets of Rage 4 is a very good game, awesome game. I love the music. They did not fail me when it comes to the great music. With that franchise, the combo system is freaking awesome. I love the fact that you get to unlock all the retro characters. Yeah, it's a really good game. I really hope that they are going to make sequels to the Streets of Rage. I'm hearing that they're going to make some DLC for the game. That's pretty cool if that is true. Okay, you say you talk a lot in your streams too. Did an hour-long stream earlier too. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to check you out. Will it be Fuckboy Friday tomorrow? I expect a question coming from you like that, Garuda. It's been a while since we did one of those type of streams, man. It's been a while. Yeah, but I did love Shinobi. It was fire. It's a great game. Okay, so yeah, like I say, I'm gonna go ahead and end it in the stream. Now you come to the stream, Kendall Smith. Where you been, man? Where have you been? Appreciate you coming on, though. Said Booty Capcom needs to get us back. Dark Stalker as a collection, Nintendo, PS4, and Xbox. Oh, yeah, that was another fighting game, Dark Stalker. That's another one. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, it's time for me to go. Woo! I didn't get much sleep last night, so yeah, I just had this on my chest. I want to talk a little bit about some games. I told myself I was gonna do a little bit more solo streams with y'all guys instead of me just doing just the Friday podcast with the guys. I'm not sure, it's just so much better to do podcasts is just go and just live stream, because when you just make a regular video, there's a lot of editing going on, just too much. It takes a lot of your time. On average, it used to take me an hour to 2 hours just to edit one video. That's just too much, man. It is too much. My editing is not all that great neither, so it's not like I'm doing top-notch quality type of editing. I'm not editing like what's his name, Mr. T. That's probably why he goes live a lot and don't like to do as many regular videos, because he makes top-notch videos and his editing skills is off the chain. And he even said that he hates doing all that just to get a few views, man. Like, with the editing skills that Mr. T has, man, you would think he'd be getting thousands of views every video. He used to, but of course with the new algorithm and Nintendo and they withholding people to viewing videos, unsubscribing people. It sucks for people like us. It sucks. I was on pace to have like at least 5,000 to 10,000 subscribers within a year, but ever since that YouTube algorithm hit me, man, it's like I've been at a standstill at 3,000, a standstill. And for like the past 2 years, I just like, man, fuck it, man. This channel ain't getting me nowhere, man. It just sucks, man. It really does sucks. But it's not gonna stop me from not doing videos, man. Like, that's why I said, man, like that's why I want to get people to my Discord, because that's gonna be y'all notification. So I'm gonna put this in the chat one more time. There's my link to my Discord. If you not following me on Discord, it's in the chat right now. And make sure you click on that link, join my Discord. That's gonna be your notification bell whenever I go live, whatever I'm doing. And of course, I post stuff in the Discord, all the time. So make sure y'all come follow me on my Discord as well. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up, people. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for the Real Talk with the Real Gamer podcast around, let me see, probably 8 or 8:30 Central Time. So it's probably around that time. I know Alex, he gets off of work around 8 or should I say 6 his time. He's on the other side. So his 6 o'clock is my 8 o'clock. So he probably won't get home to about, maybe 8:15 my time. So whenever Alex get here, that's what time we start. I'm just put it simple. So y'all make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for the podcast, and I will see y'all there. Appreciate y'all guys for coming out, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace out.